Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails. Grand Arena story. Guys, we're in the finals of the first week of the GAC expanded divisions. I'm in Division 1, so it's the biggest one, and I'm back from vacation, so we're back to having a little bit better of production quality and stuff. No more closet. I know you guys liked that joke, even though I didn't make it. So we're here, guys. We're here, and all my attacks were done while I was on vacation, so it's all from a phone. There aren't a ton of transitions and stuff, but still should be good stuff, I believe. So let's just jump into this fight. I went pretty hard on defense. My opponent actually... So I said let's jump in. Let's not quite jump in. So my opponent does this thing where... I mean, I've kind of coined this phrase anyways, but it's where... you put Rey on defense and hope they can't beat it. And if they can, then you assume you're going to get cleared and maybe you can out-efficient them. But basically you put Rey on defense and that's it. You Rey and Pray. So that's what my opponent did. Kept everything else for offense, which after scouting him for a while, I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure that's what he's going to do. And that's basically what he did. So we're going to look at my defenses real quick. It'll just be like a phone image thing. And then we'll jump into my attacks and I'll kind of explain through as we're doing it. So let me just find where we need to go and let's get there, shall we? Alright, folks. So first here, let's see if we can pause it for one sec. You guys can look at my opponent's defense. You can see Rey here. I paused it. He has Beskar. He's got good teams, but none of them are like Darth Revan or above, right? So he's got Rey, Honshu, which is a good team. I actually thought he was going to place that, so we planned for that, and then I'll let you guys just take a look at the other defenses. Nothing too crazy. It'll take you through my defenses, which are significantly tougher. Got 2 Galactic Legends down, General Skywalker, all this stuff. So take a look at that. Yeah, so you can see nice sisters here. Nute with Droidica, Fin Poe. The zombie cheese with Asajj, that's kind of fun. So the front zones, nothing too crazy. And I was prepared for the Rey team, actually. So you can see I put my own Darth Revan down, Padme, a couple other good teams up front. And then, oh yeah, so up top, I made a mistake here, guys. I meant to put Jedi Master Luke on the bottom. I've done this twice, except this time I didn't completely run out of space. The Jedi Master Luke should have been in the very front bottom zone to force him to use something good. Instead, he can clear that bottom zone and then plan, which I don't like. So you can see I have Jedi Luke here, Fin Poe of my own, General Skywalker, etc. So, CLS. And then in the back, we have Negotiator and this soon-to-be discontinued Executrix thing. So, all right, here's the start of the fights, guys. And I didn't want to walk into that Rey fight immediately. I wanted to kind of warm up. And I'll tell you what, it's really weird trying to do my attacks when I'm not explaining them. Because I'm normally streaming these. So, yeah, we've got this Beskar team on defense. And I don't know about you guys. I feel like Traya can beat a lot of teams. She's also beaten by a lot of teams. And so if I can find a team with decent value to take out in that front zone, I just will, even though it's only 51 banners. My thought here was my opponent would eventually lose momentum and not be able to clear me just because I have so many good teams on defense. And so, I mean, we're going to be operating under the assumption that we're playing efficiency, but mostly we're going to be able to get some holds. So if we can just get through, we're not going to need to worry about efficiency. That being said, we still want to be efficient, right? So you can see I put Isolate on IG just because I wanted to be able to annihilate with Nihilus as soon as I could. And this battle is a little bit boring, honestly. We're just hanging out, hitting things, doing our stuff. I mean, It is what it is, as obvious as that is. So, you know, we get the super health from Scion. Of course, the first hit you want to take out, the first guy you want to take out is Mando, or rather Bando, and the rest. I mean, I don't know. Kuil, like some random scoundrel Ugnaught, and his nanny droid, nanny bot, are probably just not going to be able to withstand the power of full Sith triumvirate. So I don't know. But correct me if I'm wrong. It just seems like they can. They're not going to have that much hope here. So I actually had 3 of these attacks planned out, and then I needed to, or I had 4 of them planned out, in fact. So I jumped immediately from there into his Commander Luke team. He didn't have the tenacity mods on them, so that was good, because now we can just have our way with them. I mean, I have all of the potency modded on these guys. I have potency and crit chance up, or crit chance modded on these droids and on Rey. I mean, that's a good way to mod them anyways, just because you want the crits are the things that make those exposes stick. And then, of course, if Rey has all the potency, then she's going to be able to cause all these debuffs. And you want days on Chewpio first. So you're doing the days on Chewpio, you want to prioritize smoke on BB-8, so then when they try to hit BB-8, it actually heals BB and R2 just a little bit. You need to just focus down Chewpio. At some point, we got lucky and got a counter with BB-8, which also meant that, oh, you can see R2 also almost stunned CLS. He did stun CLS once, but at one point, I would have gone a detour to stun CLS, but, you know, he was already stunned. I did a basic there hoping he wouldn't die so I could do Illuminated Destiny, but that wouldn't have helped at all. 53 is a pretty good score for that match. I'll always take that. So we got 51 so far with that Traya team, 53. And the thing that I'm realizing, guys, in this 3v3 landscape, we're doing 15 teams. Like, you're gonna have to just be okay with some 51s. That's just apparent. So we've got the Mothra team against Grievous once again. We're just doing our thing. I need to kill B1 first. So one thing I've been thinking about, guys, you've seen this so many times. I'm going to talk about this. Let me know what you think in the description. I've been thinking of shortening some of my GAC battles. Just show, I'll show more of like the highlights, the fights that were more interesting, and I'll be able to expound on like my strategy just a little bit more. But otherwise, I'll give a very brief recap of the other fights that I'm doing. So in this case, like you guys have seen me use Mothma and K2 Cassian a ton of times at this point. I mean, last season I used it like 11 times out of the 12. So it's no surprise that I'm using this team to counter this team, and it's no surprise that it works. So I would just show you guys like the start and the end of this fight, potentially. And then the rest, I just let you guys go watch other videos if you wanted to see how it works. Let me know in the, like, some people would probably prefer to see this whole fight drag out, and I don't blame you. What I'm curious about is what reasoning do you guys have? What would you prefer? Because, frankly, I mean, with this extended edition of these fights, like, we have 15 plus ships. Like, this video is going to end up being close to 40 minutes. And I don't know, that just seems like a lot. So, you know, I would rather get it down to somewhere around, you know, in the 20s somewhere. That seems to be, I mean, that's kind of the sweet spot. If I'm just like being totally frank with you guys, we want to get clicks, right? I mean, that's the goal, and you get fewer clicks with these albatross videos. I know a lot of you diehards really love the full fights, and so I don't want to just do this brazenly without. I'm not going to ask for permission exactly, but I do want to make sure I'm doing my research, and you guys are absolutely a huge part of it. So give me your reasoning here. Let's go over this fight now. This is one of my very favorite counters, guys, and it's one I found someone was doing something similar, and I was able to adapt it, and it is super consistent. So we've got this Basti team. Rey is with Han and Chewie, which is one of the stronger versions. But here's what you got to do. Every time Rey has ability block, or does not have ability block, and Basti can apply it, you want to apply it. And you want to prioritize Lifeblood on Basti. So Hoda's just going to be hanging out there. And I know you're going to want a Whirlwind with Rey. I get that. Totally do. You want a Whirlwind and take out these guys on the side. So, real quick here, guys. Here, let's pause it. Look at, okay, so it's I'm not going to try to rewind, it'll be a mess, but the turn meter on Rey, if you want to rewind just a minute, the turn meter on their Rey was super, super low. And it's, when they're in their ultimate, Rey goes slower than your Rey. You don't want that, because you can actually lap their Rey. It's a really weird effect. So instead, I could have popped my own ult here, but instead, I just took a turn. So they're still in their ult, but we're still like we're just gonna hang out. So we want ability block on Rey, but you can't apply it while she's in ult. So instead I was like, let's just stun Chewie, because you can't stun Han because he has guard. But I was able to pop my ult right before she did, so no damage. I called Basti, or I put the healer or the Jedi training, Master's training, on Basti there, or on Rey. Rey wasn't going to be able to hit, but Basti did assist and got ability block on Rey, which, I mean, the more ability blocks you can get, the better. It's math, it's science, guys. All right, took out Chewie, wonderful. Now we got to take out Han if we can. We can actually stun Han now if we get the chance, but instead of stunning him, we want ability block on Rey because she didn't have it, and now she has it. We could do terrible things to Han if we wanted to. Probably not in the cards now, because she has her own ult here. And once again, well, I guess we couldn't have popped our own ult anyways. But you see, we had a second chance to do it. We did it right before their Rey was going to go. Does her ult, no damage, and now it's time to ability block if we can. Though I just guess I didn't do ability block. I don't know what I put the buffs on Rey. That was a mistake on my end. The idea being, though, that maybe my ult would be able to do enough damage, because it all is offensive power-based, so if you put the Basti mods, or the Basti, whatever you call them, buffs on Rey, then she's going to do more damage with her ult. Now, their Rey is alone, and our own Rey is doing well, so, you know, we can do a basic here. What I'm trying to do, it would have been fun to do Lifeblood, but I want to heal myself now. We're looking for banners. And their Rey is on her own. She's isolated, etc. So yes, Whirlwind is fun, but the idea is, can we just take her out in a little bit? So Lifeblood would be nice as well, but we already have a lot of Lifeblood, and hopefully we can pop our own ult soon. We can eat this ult regardless, because we have so much. We've spammed Lifeblood this whole time. We've done our homework, basically. I put the buffs on Rey. And once we are able to pop our ult, this is it. So, 500 some K damage and 54 sweet banners on Jedi training, or on Rey. And we also took out that Han and Chewie team, which is, I knew that he likes to put this team on defense. So I put my Fin Poe team down. I was like, you know what? He's going to struggle. Like, he's going to have to find a different team to just auto-kill it, you know? The social contract team is actually a pretty viable threat if they don't have Han and Chewie. So, all right, here's where it gets interesting. So they have this Jango team. This Jango is modded really well. Nest is like moderately fast, a little bit tenacious, and then Mando. I was like, you know what? My initial thought was to bring Watt here, and then I'm like, well, I'd rather have Watt with like Stormtrooper Han and Wampa is what I'd prefer. And I think First Order can do this. So first we want to take out Mando, because Mando's pretty squishy. We can take him out. There's no taunting here, so we put Nest in timeout, which maybe I should have done that to Jango, actually. Like, in hindsight, I think that would have been wise. All right, so we took out Mando's first version. He still has the bounty hunters thing. We can take him out. He's squishy, like I said. But then OG Kylo dies, because their Jango is a BAMF. Now we got to take out Jango, because Nest is not going to do enough damage to really super threaten us yet. We lost our guy for turn meter, and I can't believe that Kylo just died like that. That was really impressive. So there we go. We stun Jango. And then he dies and he goes immediately. So that was a little bit bad RNG there. And then we got to kill Jango. If Jango kills our Fox, we're going to be in trouble. Because he'll just reset, and then we'll just have crew, and we can't actually do anything. And then, Fox did die, but thank goodness Jango wasn't the one who killed him. Nest finished him off, so Jango didn't reset, and now we have crew against, like, there's no way crew can kill Nest, but at least we can kill Jango, right? So here we go. We're stunned. He's stunned. Everyone's stunned. Nest has a meaningless tenacity down on her. And they're just going to pummel me to death. They're going to set me on fire. That sucks. No one likes to be set on fire. But Jango is gone. And now we just time out against Nest, right? But I'm like, you know what? Let's do a few reps. Let's see what we can do. And at Relic 7, crew with his second special, if you stun someone, then his second special actually deals a decent amount of damage. So we got her in the yellow. I was like, let's just see how this pans out. Like, she's probably just going to kill me. Like, look at how many turns she's taking. But we'll stun. And then we'll do a big hit. Look, she's in the yellow. She's in the red now. She's healing herself for every hit she does. So that's annoying. How dare you heal yourself. She's stunned. Do a big hit. Well, as big a hit as crew can do. We can stun again. Another big hit. And the sketchiest, luckiest 47 ever, guys. Did you ever think? Crew got 2 kills there. I told my opponent afterward, I was like, I think you're gonna be angry that what team I used to be able to kill that Jango team. Like, I got lucky. So in the back he has a Gear 11 Bad Batch team and a bunch of non-Galactic Legends. So I only have 2 Galactic Legends anyways. I used one of them to do the Ray Mirror. We're gonna be jumping back and forth here, but first I wanted to use Nest. I tried to decide which team to use best. There was a couple different options, but I thought this one was going to be best. This turned really sketchy, though, guys, so watch. So Gideon's on this trooper team. There's no one who hits real hard. There is, Gideon is going to enable hard hitting because he has that armor shred that's going to be stackable. So the idea here, I got them all dazed. That doesn't do too much. I guess, they don't have a way to cleanse that. So look at my Nest. I'm not doing enough damage to heal myself, guys. Look at this. They hit me, and I hit back, and I barely heal at all. This isn't even remotely going as planned. We're in deep red right now, folks. Another armor shred. But they're starting to buff themselves, so our damage is ramping. Because remember, the reason we're not doing that much damage, and we did an AoE there just to get damage on all 3 of them. The reason we're ramping damage is because as they're gaining buffs, we're getting crit damage. So I was just looking at his inside. I was like, does his inside actually prevent me from healing or something like that? Because I'm just not healing much. Normally Nest does enough damage to just full heal herself every time, and it's not really happening. So anyways, we killed Veers, ended up killing Moff, ended up getting a 55, pretty jaunty 55. Nest is like, what, you doubted me? And I'm like, very yes, absolutely deserved to be doubted, Nest. That was sketchy as hell. So we still got through it, and now I don't know what we're trying to kill. Oh, is it time for another sketchy? No. Okay. Well, guys, here's some foreshadowing. When we use bounty hunters, it's gonna get sketchy again. All right. When that happens, it's going to get sketchy. So I actually think I clicked on the wrong team here. I had a couple different teams I was thinking of using these guys against, and I think I had decided against... I wanted to kill their bounty hunters with these guys instead. But I clicked on Asajj, so luckily this is a team we can deal with troopers. We just got to get a kill first. So you can do the AoE, get everyone dazed so that Asajj isn't gaining turn meter every time we kill someone. Now watch this, guys. So we call everyone to assist. Dark Trooper punches Asajj for the assist. Punches Asajj for the assist on Piet, or from Piet, and then punches her again. Acolyte still hasn't gone into stealth, which we could have used the AoEs we had. That would have worked, but just kind of a fun little 53 there. I don't know. It seems like a little wasted. We could have killed that bounty hunter team just fine there, I think, but then we didn't, so, lol. So, I don't remember what we're killing here. One thing to keep in mind, though, folks, I'm trying to go with, what are these low B teams? Oh, we got bounty hunters here. I'll explain the strategy in a minute. So we're mirroring bounty hunters here with Aurra lead. So as long as we are in stealth and doing actions, we're going to be able to get our bounty, right? So we're at 60% right now, and my team is just not resilient. And Aurra is looking like she's about to die of sadness if she takes a turn. But instead, Boba reset himself. I think he had his Zeta, and killed Aurra. Mando has the contract, but does not have the crit damage or crit chance buffs on him. So we need to get those so that he can, so we can kill someone. And normally, honestly, what I'd like to do here is kill Boba. But we can't because he's taunting and we don't have the Hunter's Mark available because he died. And you'll note he doesn't regain the Hunter's Mark here after he kills someone. That's unique to Boba and Jango. So anyways, Greef and Mando aren't looking too hot. Their Boba is just doing a ton of damage. He can double tap on his basic just because they're scoundrels. He's guaranteed that. But we're trying to make do here. Kill Boba. Okay. Well, thank God we killed him. Disintegrated him. And now, I don't know. Like, can we survive against Dengar? Probably. Like, Dengar's not much of a threat compared to the other two. But, I mean, he is relicked. That's not good enough, frankly. But, you know, we can just take him out. And I was like, you know, can we heal a little bit more? No, we'll just take the 50, because otherwise he might throw more grenades. We might end up taking a 49 or a 48. Who knows? Anything could happen. Superman could come and save him. I don't know. I don't even like Superman. He's kind of boring. So, you know, I guess you'll dislike me now, but he is. He's like the most boring superhero in the world. All right, guys, so what we're trying to do is we're using teams from the very bottom that we don't think we're going to... I want to use teams that are either an obvious counter, so they have Fin Poe here, and Rey Chu is just the perfect natural counter. So you start with a stun on Resistance Hero Finn, then you go and stun Poe, and then you go and stun Finn. Or not, you don't stun him, because who cares? He's just going to taunt. Like, okay, that's cool, man. Call me names. So we can take him out, take Poe out. I was just fast enough to be able to take him out. Probably if my Han wasn't superhero fast, like faster than Superman, for instance, he would have been able to just... Poe would have gone and done a little damage. So got the 6, got the 54 just because my Han is like almost 300 speed naturally, which is cool. And okay, now we're going to use Bando here. Who are we using against? Oh yeah. This seems really sketchy at first. They're all relicked. They cause all these crazy debuffs. They're going in and out of stealth because Maul is crazy. And the thing is, though, this team is pretty squishy. And Mando can target outside of stealth. So, or, well, you know, inside of stealth, whatever. So we can target whoever he wants. I just wanted Maul gone. So... I didn't quite kill him with the Whistling Birds, but I did manage to get him there with Queel, because my sketchy scoundrel of an Ugnaught and Nanny Droid are actually pretty good. They're better than your average scoundrel Nanny Droid, I think. Though, frankly, I don't know much about Nanny Droids or scoundrels. Like, that whole combo is just kind of weird. So, now... Who knows what Sith Assassin can do? Let's just heal up using damage immunity, and we can stun her with Queel, and the Nanny Droid finishes her off, 54. So here's the thing, guys. Yeah, there's a lot of teams here. They're all decent teams, and it was actually very challenging. I had to pause everyone. Like this wasn't just a run through like it kind of looks like. It took a while to figure out which teams to use because. All of my good teams are on defense too, and that's a lot of the fun, right? Like we're just trying to maximize our teams and make them really work hard for it. So you know, make it a slog. So we're up against these Night Sisters. There's you use Wat and Wampa. So Wampa, when he kills someone, they don't come back. They don't revive. Perfect against Night Sisters. Put some days on them so they're not getting bonus turn meter and. The scary thing about this team is they have the plague, plus they have stun. And so you can get stun locked by plague, and what happens is you have this debuff on you that doesn't go away unless plague is gone. And so you see Watt just tried to cleanse Stormtrooper Han, and it didn't go away. That speed down stayed on him because he has plague. So we have to heal his health, which is actually a little bit tricky for Stormtrooper Han, because he'll heal some of his protection, but not his health. So we need to get Watt to put healing up, or whatever that buff is, on him. And meanwhile, Wampa can just go to town. There we go. Heal Han. The plague is gone. But if that had happened to Wampa and he'd just gotten stun locked, it would have been a different matter. Granted, it would have been a little tricky for them to get it, because Wampa has pretty high tenacity anyways. With his big hit, he has another plus 50, so Daka might not have had a walk in the park to do it, especially because she has to get 50%, and that chance to even try stunning someone, and then it would have to select someone that wasn't Watt or Wampa, or that was not Watt, for that other 50%. So, all right, this is maybe my favorite counter, guys. I kind of miscalculated on my defense placement and stuff, because I was like, okay, so I can keep Ki-Adi-Mundi on offense, because Jedi Master Luke is going on defense, that's fine. Ki-Adi-Mundi can just go with Basti. But then I remembered too late that Basti was going to just hang out. Basti was just going to hang out with Rey for the Rey counter. So instead we used Qui-Gon Jinn lead and my Relic Mace Windu. There we are, we're taking a screenshot, because who doesn't want a screenshot of this team beating everyone? Oh, yeah, and then I had to restart. The buttons weren't appearing. I had to restart my phone. So anyways, got the win, 54 banners. Obviously Ki-Adi-Mundi carried the day, but it's fun. I have a Relic, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Mace because of this Kenobi fiasco that's going on right now. Unlock fiasco. So I guess we can use them. Probably the last time I use them ever. But, alright, we're using Vader on some team. Who knows what team it is. But it's going to be epic, I'm sure. And I'm saving my Sith Eternal for whatever team I can't beat at the end. That's our one trump card. Okay, so we've got this Mothma team. Gotta be careful. We don't want to cause too much damage to Kara. Or Kara does extra stuff to Empire. So we need to make sure, like, their Cassian's only gear 12, so nothing too crazy. Go into Merciless here. We don't have Watt, so death is not permanent in this. So we get ability block on Kara. That's going to last for about 1 second once they start getting turns. But Moff did reduce all of their turn meters. We should be good. Get some armor shred on her, do fracture. And now maybe can we just take her out before Mothra gets a turn? And the answer is yes. 54. I don't know, if Cassian's relicked and it takes us more hits to kill, like that battle would have maybe been a little more protracted. Probably not too much more. The fracture on Kara is important though, guys. Just note that, just think of that, I guess. That fracture is important because she can't gain her potency up because she's fractured. So, all right, we've got this Nute team with Dooku and Droidica. I don't have a way to dispel Droidica, and he can be a huge pain. I'd rather just mark Droidica so he can't gain buffs. He can do the rolling move, but he can't gain buffs. He can't gain stealth. And I decided, instead of not pay, like, I could have paid extortion, I guess, but instead of paying extortion, why not just kill Droidica? Let's just finish him, because these other two we can finish off. Like that, I have no doubts that we can finish him off. I put the buffs on everyone from Yoda just for fun. Now we have extortion on everyone, so we can pay it. Of course, Nute's just going to reapply it. GL Nute, man, in 3v3, he is just so good. But what I was really waiting for is just mark on Dooku, and then we can just kill Nute at our leisure. So, paying extortion because I saw that I was ability blocked on Yoda there, and now let's just pay extortion on Nute, make him think that he's got us right where he wants us, because of course he does, but he doesn't. Like, basically what's going to happen to him is similar to what happened last time he saw, or for the last time he saw Anakin in the movies. Like, that's essentially what's going to happen. So, yeah, he gone. for a second. He's back. He's back. After 5 trials in the Senate, he's still leader of the trade, of the... I ruined it, guys. Of the Trade Federation. I wanted to say franchise, but that was folly. So, took him out. We're starting to get to the very bottom of these teams, though, guys. They're almost done. We're almost down to the bottom of our teams, though. Even though we've one-shot everything, and some of them were pretty lucky, we're almost out of teams anyways. So, we do have Sith Eternal left. We have some random, like, we have Night Sisters. We had some recourse, but Sith Eternal against this crew team. I actually want to. I just saw Endal use his Bando team to take out this team, actually. I couldn't believe it. I thought he was going to die, but then he didn't, and he in fact won. Yeah, it was quite impressive. I'm totally going to try it sometime. Just copy Endal. Guys, if it when in doubt, just copy Endal. That's basically what you got to do. So, anyways, we got Sith Eternal. I marked crew because I had to. We had the pre-taunt. Would have preferred to put the link on Red Trooper and on Kylo. Opted for Red Trooper because Red Trooper is going to be assisting with a lot of attacks, and so we're going to get our ult faster. When I had the opportunity, though, I did switch to Red and OG Kylo. And especially because OG Kylo, like, you want to avoid that crit from OG Kylo. So you put the link on. If you want to avoid crits, you put the link on, but he doesn't crit when he does his AoE. So, anyways, we can just fry them. Crew's like, haha, I lived. And Palp's like, haha, no you didn't. But then Crew's like, haha, I stole just enough life there, or protection, to not let you have a 56. So F you. And it made me sad. But I did get a 55, so I guess that's the last laugh is mine. I don't really care. Okay, so here's the funny thing, guys. I've been using Finalizer for either or of these teams. And so which one do I use Finalizer with? And I have Malevolence, guys. I needed to start setting Malevolence on defense, because I rarely use Malevolence. Though I guess it does save my bacon every once in a while. I don't know, I need to think more about it. I'm using Finalizer on a team. I don't remember now. Oh yeah, I do remember. We're using it on Home 1. So just using a couple things. I was like, ooh, let's use Razor Crest. And then I was like, wait, I don't know how to use Razor Crest. Let's not use that. We could save Houndstooth for another fight. Oh yeah, there. See, Razor Crest was part of the initial boarding party, and then I was like, no, that's stupid. Xaereth, don't do that. That's stupid, is what I said. So I said to myself, Xaereth, don't do that. That's stupid. Here's what I'm saying to you now. So, jeez, I apologize profusely. All right, so once again, this is what we do. We do the mark on Falcon, so we can't gain bonus turn meter. Stun Falcon, get assists on Falcon, kill Falcon. Good to go. All right, they haven't taken a turn yet. Who can we just one-shot Biggs? Not quite. And then Home 1's going to make sure the Biggs is just back to full health. Going to totally negate that Kylo achievement of almost one-shotting Biggs. Really, really kind of sad. Wonder if Relic 8 KRU would have been able to kill him. I wonder. It's intriguing. I'm not going to do it, I don't think, because it's probably dumb. But let's keep focusing down Biggs. I took Cad Bane in just so we could call one more assist. All the assists, guys. And now, sure, why not just hand turn meter to everyone? I thought about it for a minute, though. And one thing I do want to point out, guys, as you guys all know what the conclusion here is, take some time every once in a while when it's uncertain. You don't have to push that button. Just think for a minute. Just think, wait, so I think I want to do this, but is that really what's gonna happen next? Look at turn meters. Just take a time, like practice it even. Even when you don't need to, when you know what the next move is, just stop and practice looking at turn meters and relative healths. Who's going to go next? What abilities are they going to have? It will save you a lot of grief. The biggest mistakes I've made in this game happen because I'm not prepared. I'm not following Scar's advice. I'm not prepared, and I need to know, like, what's the turn order? What's going to happen? So, what's going to happen next? It'll change your game dramatically if you just focus on turn meter and who has what health. Just take a second and practice it, guys. If there's anything you take from this video beyond how good I look, no. I mean, you should be taking that from every video, frankly. But if there's anything beyond that, I would advise just practice that. Practice your situational awareness in this fight. So, all right, focus down bomber first. That's what you do with the rebel fleet, because otherwise you get burninated, and it sucks. Now we've got to kill their Vader, because their Vader is OP. Decided to dispel Vader there, hoping for that assist from the Falcon, and I think that was a mistake. I should have just shot Vader. I think I could have taken him out, but you know, what's a man to do? Not getting assists here from the Falcon. Please, God, allow me to live through this. Now, here's the tricky thing, guys. If we do an AoE here, it's going to trigger that foresight off of TIE Pilot, and then Tarkin's going to get a turn. And he had just taken a turn, I believe. That was a turn meter situational awareness thing. So, decided to do the wiggle here just to stay a little bit safe. Shooting at that shuttle just because I'm waiting for Executrix, or Chimera, I guess it is. I'm waiting for Chimera to take a turn, or to get close to taking a turn, so I can get rid of the foresight on TIE Pilot, so that the turn meter gain he gives the capital ship won't actually be debilitating here. So, all right, so we've got the Sith Marauder here. But I'd like to just finish out that TIE. Nice, so I didn't miss against him. The foresight wore off. We can do an AoE here, because we already have those bombs on us, the days. And whatever ship was in the front there just disintegrated because of the Thrawn. We were taking too long. I really like this build, actually. This is a pretty good build. Obviously, it took too long, and that cost me 3 full banners. And I don't know. I haven't had this drawn out of a fight for a while against an Empire team with rebels. Usually, you just take them out. But I guess I did get a little bit bad RNG with the assists from Falcon. I don't know. All I did know was, I mean, the situation is still pretty good. And you'll note that I did keep that wiggle on Han, so that Chimera couldn't just destroy the Falcon, though. That was actually a pretty important piece of what I was doing. So, we'll show you guys the score here. Final score, 3306. So this is 2 banners more than my last fight. But last fight I had dropped a fight. So, I don't know. At the same time, my defense is just rock solid. It's really good. There's not a team in there that's easy. Like, the easiest, I guess, is like a Zeta-free Maul Sith team. And the rest are just vicious. You guys can go back and look. So, anyways, let's go to the final thing. Let's see. Hold on. Which one is it? There it is. Okay, so back to the beginning, and here it is, guys. Here's the results. He attacked and failed on Jedi Knight Luke. That was his first fail, his only fail. Whoa, what have I done? Let's replay that. Okay, so here we are, guys. Here's what he ended up one-shotting everything until he got to Jedi Knight Luke and General Skywalker. And then he messaged me, said he ran out of steam. So, you know, and that's what it is. It doesn't matter how he does in his first 13 attacks. What matters is what happens in his last ones, because those are the ones. If you don't save teams for the final good squads to beat, like, sure, you can run the tables on all the other good ones. So, anyways, got the win in the finals this time. So we're 3-0 this season so far, and Division 1. Man, there's like 1,600 people, like less than 1,700 at least. There's a chance that I get top 10, folks, but we'll see. I have to go. I have to actually go undefeated first. So, guys, I'm gonna let you go before it hits 40 minutes. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails.